Imagine you're on your dream vacation. You will be staying in a resort with an infinity pool, eating luxurious meals, getting massages, and snorkeling in the Caribbean. One night you go to explore the town and, unexpectedly, 5 men attack you and shove you into a car. These men are human traffickers. You are now an object, not a person, and you belong to them. Although slavery was abolished 150 years ago, there are more slaves today than at any other point in our history. There are an estimated 27 million people in the world today who are slaves. These slaves are not just in far-off countries, but they live among us. January of this year, 2 men were arrested in San Marcos, Texas for human trafficking at a restaurant called Asian Garden. According to U.S. federal law, victims of human trafficking include children involved in the sex trade, adults age 18 or over who are coerced or deceived into commercial sex acts, and anyone forced into different forms of labor or services, such as domestic workers held in a home or farm workers forced into labor against their will. Human trafficking is a modern-day 21st century form of slavery that is widely overlooked. The main kinds of human trafficking are prostitution at about 46%, domestic servitude around 27%, and agriculture at about 10%. There are other miscellaneous forms of human trafficking as well, including factory workers and trafficking for organs. 80% of victims are women and children, and human trafficking has been reported in all 50 states. People are trafficked regardless of race, class, gender, age, or citizenship. Mark Lagon, who works to eliminate human trafficking, says, "It is important to clear up any misunderstanding about the difference between the issues of human trafficking and human smuggling or even illegal immigration. Human smuggling is the illicit transfer of someone across sovereign borders, often with the consent of the person being smuggled. Human trafficking involves a defining element of gross exploitation and control over an individual. Like drugs and arms trafficking, human trafficking is a market-driven criminal industry that is based on the principles of supply and demand. Human trafficking is fueled by a demand for cheap labor or services or for commercial sex acts. It all boils down to power and money. Human traffickers are in a position of great power and they make lots of money because people want the services they offer. According to the United Nations, human trafficking is the third largest criminal enterprise in the world next to drugs and arms trafficking. The main things we can do to help are raise awareness, assist victims, prevent slavery from happening in the first place, and advocate for better laws and law enforcement." I close with this quote from Mark Lagon. "Natural law has proved to be a powerful force. It has triumphed over slavery before, and it can triumph again. Here's to the 27 million."